Tuesday, how y'all doing? Being neurodivergent, one of the things I do as a neurodivergent a lot is I really engage in a lot of self-talk, whether it's in my head and sometimes out loud, because we can ruminate on things, we can get stuck on things, we can have these thoughts going on, like I said yesterday, talking about, feeling like you're going into burnout and stuff like that. All that can happen and you get stuck, if you will. So a lot of times you got to tell yourself to stop. I tell myself to shut up, my mind to shut up all the time and stuff. I know where I'm coming from, so I don't offend or hurt my own feelings by saying that. But there's a lot of times where I'm just like, you've been thinking about this thing, you're not going to come up with a solution. It's just not, you're just wasting time. You're not enjoying what's going on because you're stuck on these thoughts and stuff. So genuinely, I tell myself, shut up. Just shut up. And sometimes I have to say it out loud because sometimes you need an external thing. You need this, just something to kind of shake you out of it and stuff. So there's times I'll talk to myself and I'll go over situations with myself and talk about those things, talk it out with myself and everything, because a lot of times you've got to get it out, verbalize it, because if you just keep running it over and over in your head, you get stuck. And neurodivergents out there, they know that stuck feeling. They know that when that rumination is going over and over and you can't get out of it, and it kind of makes you feel hopeless, and it just sucks. It really does. Anyone who's gone through it knows, it really sucks. So I engage in a lot of self-talk, and not just telling myself to shut up. I tell myself good things too. I'll give myself a lot of positive reinforcement for dealing with things or going through things, or, it's okay to feel this way, or, it's okay that this is still something that you're dealing with, different things like that. I think that a lot of us need to learn to have a good self-talk with ourselves, and something that, like I said, as a neurodivergent, can kind of snap us out of that wheel that's just spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning out of control, and we can't seem to stop or find a break and everything. Sometimes we need to just, put a spoke in that wheel and stop it. And sometimes that's our own voice, really. So just something to think about. Have an awesome Tuesday. You are an awesome, amazing human being, and I love you so much. Peace out and bye.